Hey, it's Chris, and welcome to another class in our Yoga for Resilience series. Today, we are looking at meditation and specifically self compassion. So, it's following on from the meditation we did on loving kindness, but really, in there, we started with ourselves. Here, we're going to spend the whole time focused on ourselves, because as we've learned from our mindfulness classes, we spend a lot of time judging ourselves, and that can be really hard, right? A lot of us are really hard on ourselves, and so if we can deliberately generate some self-compassion in the same way that we were generating all of this compassion in the loving kindness meditation, that can be really useful to counter that voice that constantly knocks us down. Instead, we can build ourselves back up. So again, this could be a really good time if you've got a list of things that you don't like about yourself, things that you feel have gone badly in your life, then that could be really useful to have to hand. You can just sit here and wait for things to come up if you generally have that self-critical voice, or you could also pause the video and have a think now, and you can either just wait for things to come up, or you can deliberately bring them to mind. So let's get started. Find your wherever you're going to do this practice, maybe a comfortable seated position, sitting down, laying down, standing up, whatever works for you, but just find that comfortable space. And as we usually do, let's just take a moment to arrive into this exercise, to give ourselves permission to engage in this self-care, to allow all of the stresses and worries that have clouded our mind all day to just fade away, and say, for the next 30 minutes, I'm here, I'm doing this, I'm looking after myself. Now I want you to these let these self-judgment, self-critical thoughts into your mind if they arrive, or maybe even bring them to mind. And as they come in, I want you to deliberately try and invoke some self-compassion. So if you're struggling at this point to kind of like, Chris, what am I supposed to be doing here? Well, I want you to kind of answer that voice that tells you you're not good enough, you should have done better, and say to yourself, actually, I was trying my best, and I worked so hard, I put so much pressure on myself. And I just want to remind myself that life is hard, life is a struggle, and not everything is going to go my way. Maybe these thoughts take the form of, oh, I need to be better. I need to, I don't know, for me it might be like, I need to be a better dad. I need to spend more time with my family. Just noticing that word need and the pressure that we're applying to ourselves. And again, just reminding ourselves that we're only human. We can't do everything. Modern life puts a huge amount of stress on us. Maybe you're thinking that your problems are too trivial. Maybe you're feeling depressed and you think, well, I just need to get out of bed. It's not that I'm trying to win a Nobel Prize. It's just standard everyday stuff that everyone else does, and I'm inferior because I can't do it. I'm struggling to do it. I want you to recognize the judgment in there, that the measuring ourselves against other people, the denial of our feelings. If we're feeling too sad to get out of bed, then that's how we're feeling. Those are our real feelings, whether we think they're quote unquote justified or not. Those are our feelings. Those are the battles that we're having each day. And we're worthy of some self-compassion for that. Maybe it's a feeling of guilt, feeling of shame, a feeling of having let someone down or wronged someone. And in a way, it might have fallen below the standards that we set ourselves, but our behavior doesn't necessarily define who we are. Our behavior in the hectic race of modern life doesn't mean that, if we're short at someone, we shout at someone, we let them down. It doesn't mean that we're bad, that we're inferior, that we're a poor friend. It just means that the situation there wasn't working for us. And then just trying to release some of these barriers to compassion and barriers to worthiness, and this idea, the whole idea that we have to be someone to be worthy of love and respect, even from ourselves, that we have to achieve anything. We can achieve nothing, we can be nothing, we can just go through the motions of life, and we're still worthy of love and respect and kindness and compassion, most of all from ourselves as well as others. I want you to know that you are enough. No matter who you are or what you've done, you are enough, and you do not need to be anything more. Now bring your attention back to the breath. Gently blink the eyes open if you've had them closed. Reconnect with your environment, with the ground beneath you. Going to bring that focus back a little, maybe shake everything out. Thank you for coming to practice with me again today, and I can't wait to see you in the next class.